I'm all the way from Boston, so I came in today. And but I'm delighted that she asked me to come, because I think that entrepreneurship is very, very important, and that we need to be able to get past this threshold that Harold talked about earlier. But my business, we manufacture toner cartridges, not a glamorous product, but the printer cartridges that go in your printers, and the large laser printers, and then the inkjet printers. And Staples is my customer. And so at Staples, toner and paper are the largest things that they sell. So, so we've been pretty fortunate, and we're manufacturing in Boston. But my business, it was my dad's business. He started it in 1994, so we just celebrated our 15th anniversary. And, I wasn't a part of the business. Just to give you a quick background on me, I mean, I worked at Blue Cross and Blue Shield. I was like, no, I'm not even going to touch a toner cartridge. When my printer at work went and said low toner, I called the help desk. And people were like, wow, this is not a good commercial. But anyway, so, but then my dad died suddenly on Thanksgiving of '02. He didn't show up for dinner, went to his house, and there he was. And so I had to make a decision at that point in my life, what was I going to do? And so I took a big leap of faith and, took some time to do some due diligence. I went and talked to, at the time, the chairman of Staples, and he did something that I thought was very unique for our CEO. He was like, Beth, whatever you decide to do, we'll support you, because there were a lot of things involved. Money, there was a plant about to be set up, and so forth. So at the time that my father died, it was just a 3-person sales office, probably not even as big as this section that we're sitting in. And was losing money, and I left my job. The company was about losing as much money as I was making. And, but I left my job because my father had always believed in economic development in the inner city. They're creating jobs and opportunities for people of color, where folks are often overlooked, and so forth. He's had, opened the first black grocery stores in Boston, other manufacturing companies, and so forth. So I felt compelled to kind of take it over, as well as having caused that man a lot of stress. So I thought I owed it to him. But so anyway, so I stepped in, and I took about 18 months to do due diligence, learn the business, learn about the industry, because we actually really remanufacture a cartridge. So basically, after your toner runs out of ink or toner, we take it, we collect it, we split it in half, completely clean it out, put new components in, reseal it, refill it, and again, box it up and sell it back. So we're part of an environmental solution as well. But nonetheless, I opened my plant 18 months later in August of 2004, and I started out with 10 employees, and today I have $4 million in sales, and today I have 65 employees and $16 million in sales. I get really shy. I mean, I'm better at business than talking to people.
No, you're doing all right.
But nonetheless, as you can see, I've often been called the accidental CEO, because I sort of fell into my entrepreneurship role. But I did have a good partner in Staples, and one of the things that I have to say is that they made a capacity building commitment. And a lot of times that's what folks need to do. I heard Harold say that a lot of times we get shut out because we don't have the capacity, but how do we get it? If we don't get an opportunity, we don't have folks mentoring us, working with us, etc. So with that, so we actually, now my company, we're in Boston, Mass, in the inner city of Boston. Most of my workforce are young men of color, under 35. A lot of them have Corys and have had, made some challenging mistakes, and they're growing up, and they're like, this is their first job. And you should see the success that, that is happening in these folks' lives. And, just today, the governors came, and some of my, staff were talking to them, and he was like in tears about, because no one's giving these folks jobs. And everybody's not going to be a solar panel engineer. There's a blue collar group of folks that need to be employed, and these folks are it. So, I've had my challenges, but I'm not going to talk too long, but, that's basically my background.